I like Levy.
All right.
Levy sound nice.
You know, this is David on the mic again, you know, doing our thing. But the thing is now this time what we're doing, right? We have guests in the house. Yeah, we do. We have Tay Tay from the Bronx, a little bit of Puerto Rican in her as well. And then we have the shy one. What's the shy one name? Tay Tay, tell me the shy one name. Tell me her name.
She anonymous.
She's anonymous?
She's anonymous.
And we have Omar, little OG Omar in the house. What are you saying, Omar?
Little Moro GP.
And we have Jonathan in the house. He basically, you know, I have a lot to say about love, but Jonathan is in the house. Mr. Washman is what I'm saying is in the house. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna talk to everyone. They're gonna give the input what they think about like love. Love is like a strong word, but everyone else think to understand what love is really about. But love is just like you're dealing with religion. You have a Pentecostal, you have the Seventh-day Adventist. Everyone thinking they're talking about God, but everyone have a different perception of what God is. Same thing with love. That's how confusing it can be. So who want to go first?
That's true. That's true.
That's true, right? So what? Tay Tay.
Tay Tay. We can stick with T Baby.
T Baby.
T Baby sounds good.
All right, come closer to the mic. Just a little bit
Okay,
closer.
let me get
All right. Tell me what you think about like love. What do you think?
What kind of love are we talking about?
Meaning that.
Are we talking about like my mom love, my
No,
daughter
relationship.
love? Oh,
It's,
okay.
you know, it's a roadmap to relationship. This is what it is.
Okay.
So I want you to tell me, what you think a guy? What do you think been the misconception of guys approaching love?
Damn. Oh no, that's a good question. Okay, let's go to Omar. Let me think about this. Go ahead.
Me?
OPG, whatever. You know.
Basically, what I think about love is.
Omar, come closer. Come closer.
Oh.
Screw. Oh, she's.
Alright, come over.
Maybe I should go in the middle.
Yeah, put Omar right there.
Put Omar in the middle.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Love.
Love. Here we go.
Yeah, Omar. So let me know what you talk about.
Love.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a complicated thing. Cause love is when you love. I think love, honestly, is when you love somebody unconditionally. Like I read a post the other day, basically, that it showed a guy that had his wife that had three star burns or whatever, and she looked completely messed up. But he said he loved her for who she is, not for who she looked like. So he loved her for who she actually was. So that's my conception of love. Is loving somebody for who they are, not for what they look like, not for what they do. Loving somebody that you could bond with.
For real, I get what you're saying. So what do you think about that, Tete? What's your conception? What do you think about it?
I agree with him.
Yeah, but what
Love
do you
is
think?
blind. Love is blind. So it's all about the personality and the vibe that you guys have together. Not necessarily really the looks, because your looks change all the time. But your love doesn't. Your personality doesn't.
Yeah, that's true. So people sometimes don't understand that love is just, it's unexplainable at times. People sometimes don't know where the feeling comes from, right?
Correct.
So it can be like that. So what about you, Mr. Washine? What do you think about love?
I feel like love is something that makes you go out your way. You know, I feel like love is not necessarily something you can really control. Love is something, like he said, is unconditional. It's something that has you even going out your regular routine. You know, love is something that causes you to look at life not just through your own perspective, but the one that you are sharing that love with. You know, and it can be so life changing that it can either change you in a good way or a bad way. And but I feel like love is something that you never really regret if it's true. Yeah, that's definitely that.
All right. But come on, Tay.
That's
We
real,
need a
that's
girl.
real.
We need a girl to be talking now.
Listen.
Tell me.
I don't know. That's a complicated topic. I don't know.
All right, make it easier for you. What do you expect love to be when you think it's love? What do you expect it to be?
Someone to be there when I need them. Not financially wise, but emotionally physically.
Okay. Do you believe when they say sometimes if a girl will always say she want a guy, right? That really love her, give her attention.
Yes.
But if you call her phone too much, she's saying that he's watching her. He's trying to be controlling. If the girl says she need a guy to always be around her all the time to give her attention, but if you give her too much attention, she's saying he's clingy. You think sometimes if girl really get what they want, they can have a problem with it?
Yeah, I guess that's not love, because if I love somebody, I want you with me 24/7. I want to be on the phone with you 24/7. So
you want to fall asleep.
Love is different from everybody. He could love her for this, and he can love her for that, and I can love him for this. It's not, love is not the same. Love is different.
You can say what you want to say.
Yo, I feel like love. Now that you actually brought, now that she spoke, I feel like love is pretty much a person's fantasy made reality. You know, like I feel like love is not something that has a time limit to it. It can end at any time. You know, and I feel like as long as that is unconditional, it can move us to be something bigger than just ourselves. It can move us to like really like, I can't even put that. Love is good, bro. Love is good
when it's real.
It's just some people just confuse it as something that needs to be long term, or they confuse it with something like with marriage. You know, I feel like as long as the love is true, it's honest, and it's real, it can last a day, it can last a week, it can last a year, and it can last a lifetime.
But do you feel that some people take other people for granted? Like you're basically making a certain sacrifice. You're basically putting your life on the edge, and some other people don't want to do it in return. But some people want to be loved, but don't know how to give love. You ever feel that at times?
Yeah, I can say that, because sometimes it's hard to love if you was never loved properly yourself, you know. So even when you dish it out, you only dish it out in a way that you know. And I feel like people's main problem is not knowing how to love in different ways.
Sure.
You know, and you need to learn how to love in a way that's good for the person you're trying to love, you know. Sure. And I realize love is more recognized when it's reciprocated. If it's not reciprocated, and it's not appreciated.
Yeah. So Tay, a girl perspective. Tay?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes. Sir.
Come on, talk. You was all hyped up and ready for the microphone. When the mic is on, you're quiet. You need to. We need
It's a complicated topic. Like I said, love is different, so everybody persuades love in a different way.
Do you think you're a girl that's scared of love? Like you think it's kind of terrifying to
me personally, yes, I'm scared of love, because I've given my love out to a lot of people who didn't deserve it. So I got hurt at the end, and I'm not ready to be hurt again.
Okay, so you're gonna be just cold-hearted.
Yes.
That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Because you feel if you are not cold-hearted, you'll be vulnerable, right?
Correct. And I have a daughter, so I need to be strong for her.
Sure.
Show her that you honestly don't need a man. You can do it on your own. It's independent.
Okay.
You know?
The Beyonce crew is coming in.
I feel like
the Beyonce crew is in the house.
I feel like the way she thinks is something that you can definitely